Customer acquisition cost. That means that what's the price that we or what's the amount of money that we spend to attract new customers. And remember, customers are people who pay for our product or service. So a customer is not going to be somebody who goes to our website or comes into our store and doesn't buy anything. It's going to be a person who actually does an activity like buying or registering, and then we can call them customers. So the cost of attracting these people, it's basically whatever you spent on the advertisement divided by the number of people who bought based on the campaign that you run. Those are your customers. So if you spent $1,000 to attract 10 people, then your customer acquisition cost would be $100, right? So it's very simple, but people forget to do it and then they cannot calculate. Now, a good way of losing money is to spend a lot attracting customers who will not benefit our business. So before, when I was starting businesses, I would always say, okay, if I'm gonna invest $10, I need to make sure that the customer or my product is more than $10. But that's the wrong way of looking at that, because in reality, people go to one store, to one place more than one time, right? So if you have a customer, chances are these customers are going to buy your product or service several times in a year. So you can estimate and guess really how many years somebody is going to be your customer, and that's what it's called the lifetime value, which is what we have here as LTV. So what this is saying, the lifetime value is basically all the times in years that the customers are going to buy from you. I mean, it doesn't have to be years, it's just all the times that the customer are going to buy from you, and that's kind of like the lifetime value that they will have for your business. So you want to make sure you do not spend more money in attracting customers that they are going to spend on your business, right? So if we have a local restaurant where people are going to only going to go once or twice, and they're going to spend around $20 in total, and we're spending $100 to bring them in, we're literally losing $80 on every deal that we make. So we have to make sure we know these numbers. These numbers are extremely important when it comes to your business and hidden costs of running a company. Now, balancing the act seems to be straightforward. You either have to reduce your customer acquisition cost, that is, spend less in attracting a customer, or you have to have your customers bring more money to your business, right? Ideally, you do both. You minimize the customer acquisition cost and you maximize the lifetime value. That's an ideal word. So make sure you understand that there's two sides of the equation, right? You're always investing money to attract customers, but at the same time, you want to make sure that these customers are worth the effort. Excuse me. Now, this is an example I have on how to calculate the customer acquisition cost on a website. So you can run through this. This is basically saying that in order for us to attract 10,000 users, we're going to pay 50 cents per click. And out of those 10,000 users, 500 or 10% are going to become trial customers. And then out of those, 5% are going to become trial customers. And out of those 500, only 10 are going to actually pay to have my product. So here I'm creating my little funnel, and I can see, okay, out of 10,000 people that came to my site, I only will get 50 customers. If this were to be true every month, then you can do more better mathematics. But at least at the beginning, you can say, okay, these people, these 50 customers, I'm paying around $5,000 to attract them. Is this worth it? I don't know. It depends on your business, but maybe it is, maybe it's not, right? But at the end of the day, it's saying here, your customer acquisition cost, it's $100 per customer, or if you want to include your actual staff, people that you're paying to, it's 1750. So you gotta make sure these people's lifetime value, these customers' lifetime value, are going to be at least more than 1750, because if not, then you're bringing customers, but these customers are not gonna keep you in business. Your business is gonna go belly up.